What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more of The Beloved and their 1990 album Happiness. Thank you again to Phil. The next track in the playlist is I Love You More, which feels like a playful response to someone saying I love you. Maybe among a younger couple, it feels like the kind of thing that younger people might say, whereas it's almost assumed if it's a relationship that's been longer or just people later in life. Now, I suppose it's not necessarily a younger couple, but yes, it's a playful response. It is also reassuring in a way, which is why, again, I think maybe a younger couple you'd be more likely to hear it. But yes, it sounds like something that is reciprocating and also a bit cheeky, a bit playful. So let's give this a listen. I don't know whether to take it at face value. I suppose on an album called Happiness, I'm more inclined to do that, but let's see what it is in practice. This is The Beloved. The song is I Love You More, and it's from their 1990 album Happiness.
Something I just can't describe, something controlling me deep inside. Whenever I start to feel this way, I just can't think of the words to say. Every now and again when I'm feeling sad, oh, I think of you. Makes me glad all over, glad as can be. And that's when I remember just what you mean to me. I love you more than you could know. It's just sometimes it doesn't show. I love you more than you could know. It's just sometimes it doesn't show. Oh, but don't play. Times when I can't get to sleep at night, that's when I wish I could hold you tight. But if you were here right now with me, I'd tell you for sure what you mean to me. I love you more than you could know. It's just sometimes it doesn't show. I love you more than you could know. It's just sometimes it doesn't show. Oh, but don't play, don't you play with my heart this way. Don't you say that you
sonically rich and fun tune. Lyrically, it's maybe a bit more complicated than I thought. Maybe not terribly anxiety filled, but there is this sense of, maybe the other person doesn't always feel that. And even the narrator saying, sometimes the degree to which I love you, it doesn't show, which suggests maybe he's aware. He doesn't exactly radiate that feeling that pervades his entire body, his entire being at all times. Nevertheless, it still comes across as overwhelmingly positive and enthusiastic. And yeah, ultimately, I didn't think in advance of the idea of the phrase not being a response, but the first part of a larger statement. I love you more than you could know or than you do know. So, yes, not as a response, but a declaration. And also, it sounds like there is some separation because he's saying, like, if you were here, I'd hold you tight and tell you how I feel, which implies that they're not necessarily together. So, yeah, again, it feels like it's an ongoing story. It feels like it is sentimental and sincere, but complicated, or at the very least, not always a bed of roses. Nevertheless, I enjoy the sonics. Again, it's like this, bright sort of synth dance tune. I enjoy the different elements. I did especially like in the back half of the tune, maybe like 2/3 of the way through, where it stripped down and there was that sort of chopped, fragmented synth bass and then a lower, deeper synth bass below it. I very much enjoyed that section, which had a bit more of a, an attitude to it. But overall, again, the like brass style sound, which I don't know, exactly what instrument, but I assume like keyboard, like synth brass. Either way, it had a bit of a like natural instruments meets electronic dance tune vibe overall. I really do enjoy his voice. That's something that I've noticed as I went through the previous album and on through this album. He just has a really good voice. So yeah, the vocals are tasty as well. So yeah, I like a lot of their tunes, and ultimately, again, this is another band that I never heard of, and given their stylings, I would have enjoyed back when I was a youth, but yeah, they just never came across my radar. So once again, thank you to Phil for bringing them to my attention. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.